Hey everyone, it's me. Um, I know I haven't made a video. I'm really bad about this, it turns out. Mostly because I've just been really busy this semester. I'm taking a lot of classes so that I can finish my associate's degree, which really isn't much. It's an associate's degree, but it's something. But after this semester, I will be a lot better because I'm going to take a semester off and I'm going to work on getting my doula certification. And if you guys don't know what a doula is, you should go look it up. It's really, really cool. It's basically a woman who helps with the birthing process and helps the mother become accustomed with having the new baby. And it's really cool, and I can't wait to do it. But I decided to make a video today because I've got some stuff I want to say about this new TSA thing. If you guys aren't really aware of what's going on, the TSA has these new body scanners which are frequently called the naked body scanners because basically that's what happens. They scan your body and they can see you completely naked, which is awesome. And it's not just adults that go through this, it's children as well. So your 3-year old child can go through this machine and be seen naked by men and women in another room. There, so far, according to um, Quizmodo, according to Gizmodo.com, already over 100 images have been leaked, and this isn't just adult images that have been leaked. There's children, young kids, basically child pornography being leaked to God knows who. And I'm gonna put a bunch of links in the down bar. There's for videos mostly. There's one of a young boy who is being strip searched because we have to worry about 5, 6, 7-year-old kids blowing up planes and stuff. There's another video I'm gonna put of a 3-year-old girl who's getting a pat down and freaking out, basically screaming and crying, and doesn't want strangers touching her, doesn't want strange men feeling her all over. um, and that's one of the big things, the pat downs. If you don't take these full body scanners, you opt out, people scream, 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 opt out, opt out, opt out, and then you have a bunch of TSA agents that come and then do an enhanced body pat down, which basically has them using the palms of their hand and touching every square inch of your body, all the way down the chest and all the way in the genital regions. So basically, your options are either get pornography of yourself done, naked pictures, or get molested. Those are your choices. Feel great flying, don't you? So there's a little girl that was getting this pat down done, and she obviously did not want it. Completely freaked out. 3 years old. Um, I'm going to be posting a link for one lady's account of going through the procedure. She was the only person picked for a random body scan image, and she refused, as most self respecting women would do, self respecting people for that matter. She refused and wouldn't go through that. So then they took her to go get the enhanced pat down done, where she wanted to ask some questions first. She didn't want to just go into this and have people feeling her over and not know what was going to happen, why they were doing it. She just basically had some questions she wanted answered. And instead of getting her questions answered, they cuffed her to a chair, wouldn't let her touch any of her things, wouldn't let her put her shoes on or anything, and ripped her ticket and yelled at her and yelled at her and yelled at her, all because she was asking questions. There's something wrong here. I'm going to post two video links to information about the procedure, which is ridiculous. They basically, on women, they will they'll feel your breasts and they will basically squeeze them and lift them and feel in between them, and things that only your husband should be doing, these complete strangers are going to be doing to you. And then the other one talks some more about it, goes a little more in depth about what's going on. And then the final link that I'm going to post is this video where the TSA agents slammed a woman to the ground for asking questions again. Basically, she wouldn't let them immediately start feeling her down, so they took her and slammed her to the ground instead of answering her questions. And also in this video, it's going to talk about a man, a 71-year-old man, who was forced to remove his clothing, on top of a 16-year-old girl who was forced to remove her clothing. The A 16-year-old is still a child. A 16-year-old should not be forced by adult men to remove her clothing. This is ridiculous. And I personally don't know what I'm going to do if I have to fly. My husband's military. We could get stationed anywhere. And if we got stationed overseas, we would have no choice but to fly. And I don't know what I would do because I'm not going to go get those naked pictures because it's naked pictures. And Lord only knows who's going to see them. And then also, I don't want to be touched like that. That's completely inappropriate. And so I'm going to basically not be able to fly. It's really what it's turning into. And then additionally, I would be perfectly happy. I'd be perfectly happy going through a metal detector. Perfectly happy, with them taking the wand and metal detectoring me. I'd be perfectly happy with them bringing a dog and having a dog sniff me. I would not mind any of those things. I wouldn't even mind a regular basic pat down where they use the back of their hands and they don't touch me in areas where people should not be touching me. I wouldn't mind those things. But I also have a plate in my foot because I had surgery. I had two surgeries. So I have a plate and several screws basically keeping my foot together. And a man's knee replacement set it off. A girl's prosthetic leg set it off. Who's to say my plate and my screws won't set it off? And those people were made to completely strip because their medical devices set off these machines. I'm not going to strip for anyone. That's just the way it is. It's that's just no. I'm just not going to do it. And then I'm allowed to wear my scarf, which is great. I am allowed to wear an abaya if I so chose. I can wear anything is nice and baggy. But if they decide that it's too baggy or that they can't decide that they can't decipher whether or not I am hiding some kind of explosive or weapon, and if they can't figure out that I'm not, keeping a bomb or something in here because obviously the bun in the back of my hijab is, an explosive. If they can't decipher this, I will be taken to another room, another area, a private room, which turns out to be like a little glass box where everyone can see you anyways. I'll be taken to a private area and basically told to remove it. Basically told to remove anything that would be obscuring their search. And this isn't me just talking. This isn't me just watching the news and hearing these things. This is me going to their website and reading their religious and cultural information, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because it's just wrong. It is absolutely just wrong. Why are we being basically molested if we want to go anywhere? If we want to leave our homes? I mean, I understand. I understand why they feel there's the need to have these strong security procedures. I understand that. But there's a line, and they have not just crossed the line, they have gone booking past it. They're so far past the line. And it's just to the point where it's just pure ridiculous. They're they're just making things worse. And I mean, I want to be safe. I do. I don't want to fly somewhere and die because of it. I don't. None of us do. But at the same time, I have my dignity. I have my privacy. I have me. And, I don't want to. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't want to go through those procedures. I don't want to be violated. I don't want my children to be violated. I don't want my husband to be violated. It's just wrong. And that's really, as far as I can, that's all I can say about it. It's just wrong. And there needs to be some kind of middle ground, something. And I thought that middle ground was the metal detectors, the dogs, the everything else that there is. But apparently that's not enough. Apparently they just want to make us more and more afraid and more dependent on these procedures and just expect them to be okay. It doesn't matter how many people they hurt. It doesn't matter how many people they violate. It doesn't matter how many people they publicly embarrass. They have this power, and there's not much we can do about it. And that scares me. It scares me that I don't have a say over who gets to touch me. I no longer have a say over who gets to see me naked. And that's terrifying. And when I have children, especially with the career field my husband has, when we have children, I don't know what we're going to do. I just don't. And so I wanted to hear your opinions on this. I wanted to just kind of see what you have to say, what you would do if because some areas are just doing it as random selections, which they're not always very random. But what would you do if you were picked for a random selection, or if in your airport it was a mandatory procedure? What, as a Muslim, as a person, because I know I have some viewers on here that aren't Muslim, what will you do? So, give me your feedback. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.